king, I am not a god, I am Encore!
What's good, Wolverinians? It's time for the Coda Tysis to take down level 9,199 enemies in Warframe without any ribbons or boosters. But first thing first, let me show you what this weapon capable of. Boom, boom, that's what I'm talking about. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn the bell on for more content. Much appreciated. As always, before I build my weapons or warframes, I rely on my method called DVS. D stands for how I'll be dealing damage, what elements I'll be using, what the faction I'll be fighting. V stands for how I proc 10 stacks of viral to make enemies vulnerable by 325% more damage to their HP. S stands for stripping enemies armor to lower the damage reduction to deal higher damage. Of course, no Revenant needed, always in my videos, and I use Revenant so I don't boost the weapon in any way, but you can use this build with a boosting damage warframe to receive even powerful results. And now if you don't like my methods on how I will proc Vara and armor strip enemies, it's okay. You can check this sheet right here, it can help you maneuver around my methods to find your own style. As we all know, in Warframe you can do things in very different ways, but the results pretty much is the same. That's a new information you got now, Tano. Now, I'll be running 2 Emerald Archon shards to push the stacks of Corrosive from 10 to 14 to armor strip enemies by 100%. But how Corrosive works? Corrosive by default is 10 stacks. The first stack will reduce enemies armor by 26%, and every stack after will reduce enemies armor by 6%, capped at 80%. With the Emerald Archon shards, 14 equal to 104%, and if you run a Tau Forged, 13 is equal to 98%. The other Archon shards doesn't matter because they're for melee weapon, and you don't need to run the Topaz. No needed for today's video. Now, Nourish to proc viral, so that's the S and the V, you're good to go. Revenant, and you can apply this in any warframe you want. Anything. Worthy camaraderie for 75%, weak point critical chance, and arcane velocity for fire rate, arcane precision for damage, and arcane velocity is the arcane you want to replace if you want to run arcane energize, arcane aegis, whatever your warframe demands. Vigorous swap is nice and optional. I didn't use it during the speed run, as I know in like many builds, very hard to place it. You know, every warframe is different. And now for the Tysis. First thing first, the Technocide virus has contorted this Tysis into a more lethal weapon with increased damage, critical chance, critical multiplier, and magazine capacity. Really good stuff. Now, Galvanized Diffusion, multi-shot and on-kill more multi-shot, Prime Target Cracker for critical damage, Frostbite for cold and statue chance, Magnetic Mitre for magnetic and critical damage. Magnetic is really amazing against shields and also against the Techrot, as you can see right there, and also against Overguard, what the game doesn't actually tell you. Private Expel or Keen is multiplicative damage against the faction you're fighting. You replace it every time you're fighting a different faction, but a lot of channels doesn't like that. So running Aura Strike is the solution for you. And I highly recommend, if this video ever reaches DE, please give us an NPC or a method where we give all our faction mods for one universal. Pistol Elementalist, statue damage which is multiplicative and reload speed helps a lot on the reload. But the statue damage multiplicative is to slash, heat, electricity, toxin, blast, and gas. And look at that, we got slash and we got blast because our invigoration is heat, baby. Now, Sure shot for statue chance, because we will need statue chance. As you can see, guys, we have magnetic impact / puncture corrosive blast. It requires some statues, as you can see right here. That's like 6 elements, some of them elements, some of them physical, so no one commands that. Alright, lethal turret for fire rate and multi-shot, primate pistol ammo mutation for converting the ammo, and now the key for this build. Secondary innervate, increase critical chance by 10%. Now the weapon is 13%. The 10% resets after 6 big critical hits. The 6 big critical hits are orange or red, not yellow. Now, how this works? Now, this Coda Tysis have a very nice feature, that it shoots some sort of darts that deal corrosive damage over time. Okay, and that will contribute to our innervate critical chance to stack it and stack it and stack it and stack it. Let me show you really quick. One bullet, what it can do actually. There you go, check this out. Boom. You can see the dart. Now, as you can see, secondary innervate up there, we got like 40 and so on and so on and so on. There you go. One bullet gets to 50, 60, 70, etc, etc. So many bullets will get you to higher and higher and higher and higher. We reach like 120%, and you will eventually do orange crits and even red crits. Look at that, 220. Look at that. Boom, red crits already. 250, 260. Look, boom, red crits. 280. And the powerful thing about secondary innervate is that it is a absolute critical chance, in the meaning of the absolute critical chance. Even if innervate gives you 1 million critical chance, it will be 1,013%. It's not a percentage of what you have, it's an absolute. And the good thing is the darts aren't affected by innervate consumption, only the hits. So when you hit, for example, with let's say 1 red, it consumes 1 out of 6, but the ticks from the dart, they don't calculate from innervate, which makes this weapon is like best in slot innervate in my opinion. Now, we talk about Rivens. If your Riven has a electricity, sorry, if it has like cold, frostbite is what you want to replace. If it has, let's say, CCCD statue, whatever, sure shot. If it has CCCD multi-shot, you can replace lethal turret if you want. But if it has, also you can replace Hurricane with that. Or if it has a multiplicative damage against the faction, you replace primate expel Hurricane, and that's what you want to do. For example, my Riven has cold, fire rate, electricity, and so on. I would replace frostbite in here, but it flips a bit my build. I will have heat in here, which is really amazing, and I would love that. As you know, heat, how powerful it is. Now, every primate mod you saw in the build or galvanized, there is the normal version of it. Don't be afraid, new Thanos. The galvanized mods are available from Arbiters of Hexes with the Vitus Essence from Arbitration, and the primate mods are available from Baru Kitir when he comes. Now let's try this weapon against level 230 heavy corrupted gunners. And here we go, activating Nourish for the viral, and check this out. Look at that. Now, you see, this weapon is really powerful and amazing, and combining it with our Nautilus, it creates a very deadly weapon. For that, let me go just down to the enemies, like so. So my Nautilus work properly. Go. And since this build is about to blast, that's where the fun begins. Look at that. And there is nothing to prove in here. The weapon already killed level cap, and it is a very powerful and worth building 100%. And now your question will be, Hank, can you show us the Nautilus build? Of course, in every video it's available. Gordon for pulling enemies together, and now Blast get Blasty, Duplex for the clones, Assault to attack, Vacuum for the loot, Manifold for more Cordon, Calculate direction for shield, armor health, Fire rate from Reinforced Bond, Tenacious Bond for critical damage if your Sentinel weapon has 50% plus critical chance. Now the Virglas Prime is the best Sentinel weapon, but it has one problem, that it can't reach the 50% critical chance. For that, it needs a Riven. There you go. Otherwise, run the Virglas and you sacrifice the Tenacious Bond if you don't have a Riven. Otherwise, run Primate Razor Rifle, Volclock, or the Burst Laser Prime, and you will get the 50% critical chance without the need of a Riven. And as I said, guys, this weapon really amazing, and it will reach red crits, and it didn't fail me the whole run on level cap at all. Activating Nourish once more, and look at that. Boom. Destroys them. And by this we reach the end. My conclusion, this weapon 8 out of 10. DE didn't fail with this Coda. must try and a powerful weapon. And I want to say special thanks to everyone supporting me in any way by watching my videos, liking, subscribing, commenting, follow me on Twitch, follow me on TikTok, or joining my Discord, link of description if you want to join, and everyone free to join my clan if you want to. Special thanks to all Hall of members, special VIPs, the undisputed donator, and Hall of donations, and all my community. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next build.